Hi, good morning, good day, everyone. I hope everyone is doing great. And today's topic, I want to talk about something that is very, very interesting. But before we can go forward, please make sure that you like and you subscribe. If you find this video informative and entertaining, please make sure that you like and you subscribe. In this channel, we want to inform you about the things that are happening in our country and the things that are happening in our continent, in our globe. Yeah, I want to inform you about those things. Make sure that you like and you subscribe. But before we go, I want us to just to look at this thing. This is what I'm going to talk about.
In that he demanded 15 million, or maybe let me put it differently for it to be understood. As Nomubo was submitting these claims, which we said were 44, 9 of them, which were for children with cerebral palsy, were all 15 million rand. And it was very suspicious. And we believe it
and you see that in this government of South Africa, South Africa has managed to build a government that is growing, and people are growing. But this thing is very sad. This thing that the minister is saying here is very, very sad. Why is very sad? Because that people are stealing from the Department of Health in the name of claiming the negligence and other things that are happening in the health sector. And this thing, I like the investigation that was being conducted by SIU, Special Investigate Unit, and they managed to stop about 3 billion rand that was about to pay to people. And one thing that they find is that most of the people who claim, who sue the Department of Health, their living conditions were not suitable at all. And those things are being done by our lawyers. The lawyers collaborate with nurses and they steal files. One thing that the minister mentioned here is that some lawyers will steal the file, and after stealing the file, go and open a case, knowing that when the department want to check the archives, they are not going to find that particular file of that person. So their claim is going to be valid. The department will be forced to pay the settlement. And these people are calling outrageous amount of money to the department, and the department has to pay them. But where the money goes after the money is being paid, the money goes straight to the long pocket of the lawyers, South African lawyers who are claiming the money. Okay. The money goes straight to them. And the people who are supposed to get support of that money, they are not getting it. I think the people who are claimed to be like maybe negligent, maybe someone suffer pain in the hospital, maybe suffer or something happened, something terrible happened during the time of the hospitalization of that person. But that person, it says that some lawyers, they were claiming that this person should, the department must build a house for that person. And the SIU went to the home of that person. And when they check in that home of the person, the living conditions were not according to the standard. Are we still having like lawyers here, or we are having like the predators who are not interested to protect a law-abiding citizen of South Africa, and they want to do their own interest. They want to live large with the state money, with the money that was supposed to go to the people who are suffering. Excuse. I think this kind of conversation, we have to look on it. And lawyers are the most people who are suing the departments. Because when lawyers sue you, they have assurance that they are going to win. Here in this state, in this instance, lawyers and nurses and doctors, they are collaborating, stealing files. And after that, they are going to share money. I'm going to play a clip here where the minister was talking about it. Someone who was claimed to be circumcised in the hospital and suffer pain. And when the lawyer tried to open the case, the minister said that the file must be collected first because these people are going to steal it. And the file was collected first. And then when the file was looked of that person, there was no such claim. There was in the record that person did not exist.
Healthcare. In some instances, nurses stole the medical records and illegally handed them over to attorneys. I was listening this morning to one of the TV stations when a representative of DINOSA was interviewed, and he mentioned something like this, that if their members' action need to be taken, I want to confirm to him that that was actually a finding. And how does it occur? The moment lawyers hand over a claim which they know is fraudulent, they immediately send somebody to steal the file, so that the health sector, the Department of Health, cannot prove that such negligence never occurred. And in all cases, if a file is lost, the judges rule in favor of the claimant, because the government is not able to prove anything. And so these files got stolen. Out of experience, the 70 million rand claim I'm speaking about, I suspected that something like that was going to happen when I saw it. And the MEC in Limpopo was then Dr. Popira Matuba, the present premier. I said, drop everything you are doing, rush to Letaba Hospital, grab that file, because we know within short space of time it will be gone. And that's how we found that no circumcision was performed. If that file was performed, we did not grab it, the judge was going to agree that we performed a medical circumcision and botched it, and so the patient will have to be paid. So this stealing of files is quite devastating to the healthcare system, and it's very painful that is done by health workers. Now, after this file is stolen, the attorneys will then apply through PAIA, Promotion for Access to Information Act, for the same record that they know they are illegally in possession of. In other words, you steal a file, keep it in your office, and go to apply via PAIA and say the hospital must give you the file, when you know very well that you have already stolen it. And so naturally, such a record will not be found. The hospital will search and search, go to the archives, search for many weeks on end. They will never find the file because it's in the possession of the lawyer. Then the lawyer will come and claim fees from the department for failing to produce records. And this was also found to be very prevalent. Unfortunately, very unfortunately, there was also collusion involving some officials in the office of a state attorney, whereby out-of-court settlements for hefty sums were entered into without the mandate or even the knowledge of the department. Remember, the people who are being sued here is the Department of Health. The state attorney are just legal representatives of government. But many of them, I mean, in some instances, they entered into hefty sums of out-of-court settlement without the department knowing anything about it. Even in cases where the department who will have been able to defend. Litigating attorneys will even sue for one case in 2 different courts. I'm sure you might be aware that our courts do not have an integrated information system. If the state, in the form of NPA, does...
You see, this is the South African government we have. But I'm glad now that our GNU is cleaning up the house. I think all the corrupt minister and the government officials who have done this country wrong are going to pay heavy. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to be deliberate about this. We have to now to take the war to them, to our leaders, to our people. We have to take war to them. We can't have, like, do you know that Department of Health is one of the suffering departments in South Africa because they do not have enough ambulance, they do not have enough staffs, they do not have enough medication because they are being extorted by the people of South Africa, by the lawyers who are supposed to protect and hold the law. They are the one who are the champion of stealing from this Department of Health. This one, it bleeds me. You know, into some clinics, you'll find out the condition of the clinic is very, very bad. There is no infrastructure and everything is very bad. Everything is very bad. Why? Sometimes department even fail to pay the security. Even most the Eastern Cape Department of Health is the one is suffering, and it has been found that most of these things are happening in the Eastern Cape, in Mthatha. I think there was a claims about 55 million, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm going to show another clip here where minister is saying that how much was in Mthatha, the claims that were coming from Mthatha alone. You see that we don't have paramedics, we don't have enough medication for our people. Some of our people, elderly people, when they go to collect their medication, sometimes they do not find the medication because the supply of the medication was not paid. The department is lacking to pay the contractors in the facilities of the department. You see, who is making the department to suffer are the people of South Africa, are extorting in the department. But the painful thing is that they are using the law book that says, according to the law and so, we're supposed to have this and that. Thank you very much. I hope that you like this video and you subscribe, and let us make this channel grow. Thank you very much.